PC gaming is dying. Now, if you clicked on this video, you may be thinking I use it as clickbait and it's a clickbait title, but it's not. I'm serious. PC gaming is most definitely dying. Now, everyone knows and everyone should know that PC is the master race. Okay? But in recent years, we've come to realize that that's actually no longer the case. Reasons game devs and companies just don't care about us anymore. Now, we have seen a lot of titles release in recent years on PC and console and have terrible performance and terrible optimization on PC. Let's begin with the main thing, which I'm sure a lot of you know. Games are mostly 100 gigs nowadays. If you buy a modern game and you put it to download, whether it's on Steam or Epic Games, it's most likely around 100 gigabytes. They don't even bother to try and compress it anymore. Now, if you have a lot of storage space, multiple SSDs with over 2 terabytes of space, that's perfect, that's fine. Right? But if you, let's say, have a laptop, for people who have a laptop and people who have a little bit lower end PCs and maybe less storage space, that's a big problem. Every time a new game comes out and they buy it, they'll have to probably uninstall maybe 2 other games before they can install a new one. I just don't think it's necessary for games to be as big as it is on PC. I just saw Moist Critical also talk about that, but I just wanted to share my opinion that it just shouldn't be that way. Granted, games are also quite big on console, but it's not for a lot of the time as big as games are on PC. Now, besides the storage space it takes, which is less of an issue, but still an issue, we have what is the major takeaway from our experience in PC gaming in the recent years. Performance. PC used to have better or should have had better performance in a lot of consoles when it came to gaming. Stuff like higher frame rates because PS4 and Xbox and whatever were limited or capped to 30 FPS. That's how consoles used to be. Now, in the age of the PS5, in the age of current gen, they are capable of a lot more frames as well as hefty resolution, and also they have really fast SSDs. And every time a game decides to release now on multiple platforms, you may notice a little bit of a hiccup when it comes to the PC performance. And by a little bit of a hiccup, I mean a horrible launch. You can look at Cyberpunk as an example, but Cyberpunk had a problem in all consoles as well. A real example in most recent cases is Star Wars Jedi Survivor, which released with terrible optimization and performance on PC. I'm not sure too much about its console ports, but I do know that it was not as bad as PC. No, even after patches and updates, PC performance is terrible in a lot of cases. And according to the devs, it's your fault for having a shitty PC. I don't think it's fair to have a game come out in a modern day and have majority of the people not be able to play it because they don't have the best in PC components, such as 32 gigs RAM and a 4090 graphics card. And even a 4090 can have problems if a game is not optimized properly. Now, 16 gigs RAM is more than enough for gaming. If you want to do more and then like recording and streaming, then yes, 32 gigs RAM. But if you're just a gamer, you don't need that, right? In fact, you don't even really need it for streaming and recording. The only reason you really need it is because of these hefty titles. It should be an important factor to optimize performance for PCs all around. Now, in the case of somebody who has a really old PC, like from years and years ago, let's say like my old laptop had a 1060 or even below that, then it's fair that some games just won't run well or won't run at all. But to have a 30 series graphics card and be told, hey, your 3060 isn't gonna run this well, you need a 3080, that's just shit. That's just complete garbage. And I think, especially since we need to keep in mind, the 30 series graphics cards did not release that many years ago. In fact, it hasn't even been a decade since it's released. A person that buys a game on PC is most likely to pay the exact same amount as a person that's buying the game on console. They should not have worse performance, worse optimization for that purchase. They should make that purchase knowing that the devs and the team that have made this game is keeping them in mind as well as console gamers, because we are giving you money for the game. We are giving you money to play the game, so we should be able to play the game. Now, I am still an advocate for PC Master Race. I'm not a toxic advocate because I do like consoles as well, and I do see a lot of advantages to different consoles, especially the Nintendo Switch. But let's get down to the nitty gritty after mentioning the Nintendo Switch. Why? Why is it you can't optimize a game well on PC, but you port it to the Switch? Hogwarts Legacy, for example. Hogwarts Legacy is a demanding game, especially on PC. If you have it on PS5, you don't have to worry about its demand. When you buy a PS5, you buy strict components that are already in the PS5. You don't need to worry about changing things. When you buy it on PC, it's a whole list of issues you could have. But again, Hogwarts Legacy, that again on release had terrible optimization on PC. It didn't go as badly as Jedi Survivor, but it did have a bad optimization. And it still kinda does, and it's still a huge game. So, unlike a lot of current gen games, Hogwarts Legacy also released on past gen consoles such as PS4, although it released later. And the game runs fine on PS4, it just has a lot longer loading times and looks a little bit more shitty. Explain to me, if it's running fine on a PS5 is 30 FPS. A PS4. If it's running fine on a PS4 and a PS4 is 30 FPS, and you are also porting it to the Nintendo Switch, because yes, they are porting Hogwarts Legacy to this thing. This couldn't run Mortal Kombat 11 properly, and they ported it to the Nintendo Switch. So you have time to try and port a game to Nintendo Switch, whether it looks shittier and plays a little shittier, but still plays. You have time to do that, but you can't optimize it more for PC? Really? The thing that it should be able to play perfectly on, regardless of whether or not you have the most expensive and the most current components. And speaking of Mortal Kombat 1 is doing that too. Current gen everybody has done away with past gen consoles. PS4, no more. Xbox One, no more. There are no more games in most cases releasing on those consoles anymore, and yet Mortal Kombat 1 set to release on Xbox Series X, PS5 and Nintendo Switch. Why? I am happy for people that prefer to only have a Nintendo Switch and they get to play those games. I am upset at the fact that in a lot of these cases they port it to Nintendo Switch as well, but they don't bother about optimizing it for PC. And I'm kind of going in a rant with that because I've said that like 100 times now, but it just seems a little silly to me, especially in 2023. Technology should be advancing. PC should be getting better, not worse. With the release of the 40 series graphics cards and the 30 series graphics cards, it was a huge leap. And I feel like I shouldn't be warning you people, but I just made this mistake because I had hopes and because I wasn't as experienced when it came to PC gaming, because I only started my PC gaming journey recently. I've made this mistake and I don't think I need to warn a lot of you, but I'm gonna give this fair warning to you, okay? Do not pre-order games on PC, no matter what the rewards are. It is not worth it. You should not be pre-ordering a game, paying all that money, not knowing if the game's even gonna work. Okay? Wait for it to launch, find out if it works, see the reviews, then get it. Do not pre-order games. I'm telling you, just don't do it. Don't do it at all, unless you want to hurt yourself, unless you want to cry in a corner like a little baby because you made a mistake that everyone warned you about, and now you're paying the price, literally, because you're paying a very, very hefty price for modern games. Don't. In fact, I'm gonna put this in a short as well. It's gonna be the only short on this channel. Is don't pre-order games. For the love of God, don't pre-order games on PC. Don't do it. Just don't do it. You don't need to do it. Doesn't matter what reward you, oh wow, they're giving you like this cloak in Hogwarts Legacy. They're giving you this little cute outfit to wear in your game, in your video game. No, you're not paying all that money. In my case, in South Africa, a thousand rand a game. You're not paying 1,000 rand for a game to get a little cloak when the game is not gonna play. Do not pre-order a game. This makes me so angry. I didn't even write points for this video. I should have. It'll have stopped me from going on a complete rant. But I just feel like some things needed to be ranted about, you know? If enough people do it, if enough people resist, if enough people don't buy into it, and that company doesn't get the money it's supposed to, then obviously they're gonna need to make changes. Don't pre-purchase. Do the right thing. Do the brave thing, okay? Just do the brave, just thing. This is just a me ranting video, and I don't think a lot of people have stayed around for it. If you have, that's great. I thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to my rant, and I hope you take my advice. Hopefully the people see this. Hopefully people see to the end. Even if you skip to the end and just take the last piece of advice, you know, hopefully you do it. So if everyone just stops, we'll have a better world. We will have a better world. Thank you. Thank you very much for listening to me. Goodbye.